Hi and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca and it is time to get some more of my Heaven and Earth design done. So you'll be happy to know I did do all the black. So that is now done. So let's get my chart up, which is here. And let's have a look what we are in for today. I think I actually... yeah, that's true. I didn't mark off that section that I did. Oh, hang on. Tell it what number I want to do. Because I knew it was all 310. So I think I just left my tablet on charge. So let's just mark those bad boys off. Oh. And then move over because we have that little strip. Oh. Are we going to have another one of those? That is the question. Let's have a look before we move down. Oh no, see, we have variety from now on further down. But let's get all the way back over here. This is the section that we're going to be working on today, because I do work on this one like reading a book or a typewriter. Ka-ching. So ka-ching, we are back at the beginning. And let's grab out some 310. We've got quite a bitty one. Where are we starting? So yeah, how is everybody's week going? I hope it is all going well. I've had a fairly productive week, with the chance of it getting more productive, which is good. I am starting to see light at the end of the Advent tunnel, just so you all know, which means, yeah, things will get easier. I actually started filming a vlog on Tuesday. So I started filming next week's vlog on Tuesday, and the plan was, because I always have a rough plan of what I'm going to film, but I have no idea how it's actually going to go, as you'll find out. So my rough plan was I was going to pack 25 Advent with you guys, because I had it all set up ready to pack 25, and everything was in bags, which meant there'd be no spoilers in that way. So I was going to pack 25 Advent with you, and then I was going to move on. Sorry, hang on, let me just count where I'm going there. And then I was going to move on to prepping some things for October launch. Primarily taking photos, getting the example cover paper ready, also doing a couple of restock / bring back bits. So the lemon diamond painting gift box has sold out, so I've had to change what's in that gift box to be able to bring it back, because we don't have any more of the pens in-house. So yeah, my plan was to do all of that. However, Katherine then advised me that she was off work and willing to stuff bags for Advent, which is the most time-consuming part of everything. And she was working. Oh, hang on. Was it Monday then I decided to do that? I'm losing track of my day. So yeah, it was Monday that I filmed that, I think. No, it was Tuesday. Sorry, ignore me. I don't quite know what day of the week it is at the moment. So yeah, Tuesday, Katherine advised me that she was willing to stuff Advent bags, and she was in work on Wednesday. And this was just after I'd filmed packing the 25 Advent, so you will be able to see that. I've done like a big bird's eye view of the Not quite bird's eye, but close view of the shop. Oh, I feel like this story's all over the place. So I decided to put pause to the vlog and take advantage of the offer of bag stuffing from Katherine. So I did that. Katherine did cracking, getting a load of things ready. I did some other Advent prep that needs to be done by me. So we both basically prepped more Advent items that afternoon. Wednesday morning, I'm like, okay, let's do the October things, do the vlog, hid all the Advent stuff that needed hiding. Okay, off we go. Then my sister-in-law texts me, and she offered to come and help with more Advent prep on Thursday. Help stuff in bags, things like that. So I was like, oh, great. Plus it'll be nice to see her, nice to catch up. We'll do that. And then I'm stood there and Will's off this week and he's like, what is it you need to do? And I'm like, if your sister is coming to help tomorrow, I ideally need to prep some stuff and get some things organised and free up some tubs for things to go in once they're bagged, and get all that sort of sorted so that I'm ready for her. So I decided to pause the vlog again and get everything ready. Replied to my sister-in-law, great, see you tomorrow. Will helped stuff some bags as well. He's been offering, so he did some bits. I did some prep that I needed to do. And we basically spent the whole day doing that, getting ready for a big push on bagging up loads of things today. And then last night, my sister-in-law messaged and went, I've got my days muddled up, I mean Friday. Which I did think it was weird, she said Thursday, because she does have her grandsons a few times a week. So I did think it was weird. So, yeah. So I had to do a whole rejig. So the rest of the vlog is still on pause. So if you remember watching this, I am hoping to get the vlog up still early for you guys, but I don't think I'm going to be able to film the rest of it until Saturday. Megan and I are actually having a shop day on Saturday, so I think I'm going to film the rest of it then, and then get it up, and it'll be up for everybody else for Tuesday. Is my hope, but who knows how this week's going. So now today, which is Thursday, it means I am filming, of course, Friday's WIP Waffle, and get that ready, and then I'm going to do more prep items for Advent, because I figured if I've got people that are willing to put items in bags and put stickers on, then I want to basically give them as many things as possible to put into bags, because that is the one thing that takes so long. Takes so much of my time. If I can have, in effect, a bunch of people, because Katherine is off as well, so she'll probably join in, and we will have a bag stuffing party. I want as many items as possible ready for people to put into bags. So yeah, I'm hoping to get pretty much, there's still, because I've been bagging and prepping as I've gone along. There is still going to be items that I need to prep, but only having 1 or 2 days worth that I need to do myself will be nothing compared to needing to bag stuff 24 different items. So yeah, that's what my Friday will consist of. A fun day with my sister-in-law, hubby and daughter Katherine as well, and we will be putting Advent items in bags galore is what we will be doing, and getting as many done as possible. And I'm hoping that over the next week or two I will have all Advent items, all Advent boxes ready, and we'll start shipping out in October. Plus that means then that I can shift my focus to, sorry, the family chat is going crazy. Yeah, I can shift my focus to October launch, because the Advent event diamond painting is currently being shipped to us, so I am expecting that to reach us next week sometime. And yeah, then we will be able to officially confirm the launch date. We're hoping for the beginning of October. I think we were originally hoping for Friday the 3rd of October, and we may still be able to do that. I just need confirmation that our shipment is in our country. And then I know it will get to us. I know the time frame it will take to get to us. So, yeah, exciting times over here. Fun days to be had. But I can feel, and I know once I've done the WIP and Waffle, sorry, I'm just going to wipe my nose. Once I've done the WIP and Waffle and done the extra prep work that I'm going to do today, yeah, Advent will be in a very happy place for me. I knew that push comes to shove, I had plenty of time to do it myself and still ship them all within the month of October. But I set myself a goal of trying to have all of them done before we hit October. And while I may not hit that exactly now, as in having all of them ready before October starts, I will be very close. Very, very close. And I'll be able to start shipping. So I'm a very happy bunny. So yeah, that's the sort of shop update, I suppose. I've just waffled on for over 10 minutes. That's the story of my week. But what I have also done this week is I have, since the last WIP and Waffle, I did tell myself that Advent was plodding on even before I had the extra offers of assistance, which have pushed it on even more. I did keep telling myself that I do have plenty of time still to get everything out, and that I should make sure that I give myself a bit more downtime in the evening. So not working until 9 o'clock, but maybe stopping between 6 and 7. And I have been doing that. I have been coming in, and we've had an evening where we went out to visit friends, but I've been coming into the house and I have been diamond painting, which I feel like I have not done for an eternity. It's not a WIP and Waffle. And I actually finished Shared Home. I got well and truly in the groove. Had a couple of later nights over the weekend because I just couldn't stop going, I'll just do one more colour. And I'd uncovered big sections. So yeah, I have finished Shared Home. I have actually been working on the chart to art. Which one's it called? The flower one. Floral Surprise. There we go, I've just had a look at it. I've done a couple of sections of Floral Surprise, which I've really enjoyed doing. And yeah, now I just need to fit in a bit of time to de-kit Shared Home and kit up a new one. So you may, in fact, you probably will. Let's be realistic with my time here. You will be seeing Heaven and Earth design again next week. Because I know with the help I'm getting tomorrow, and with having Megan for us to do a lot of planning on Saturday, that yeah, by the time next week hits and Monday orders and all the rest of that jazz. Okay, why have I got too many there? Oh, because these are in the wrong place. I should have put an extra black in. Excuse me while I just reshuffle. And let's put that extra black one in I should have done. I marked it off, just didn't do it. And then let's try that again. See, that matches. Yeah, I'm not going to have time to do a de-kitting video and a kitting up video, even if I'm filming them in advance. So you guys are probably going to see this Heaven and Earth design again next week. And then I will try and get the de-kitting video and a kitting up video done at some point. And I'll just slip them in as in extra videos. So there'll be extra videos up when I do that. I also want to update my logbook as well. I feel like that's been a bit neglected. So yeah, maybe I'll try and free up a day for filming and get those done, and then just give you an extra video for a few weeks. But yeah, it's been a productive week over here, and I am getting it's getting calm enough that I am getting a diamond painting bug back. Getting the bug back. I even did some over the weekend. I didn't have the quilting bug, I had the diamond painting bug. So I got some done over the weekend. And yeah, finished Shared Home, which looks absolutely stunning. I love it. Anyway, let's get on to comments and questions before I run out of colours, because this WIP and Waffle lasts as long as this section does. But Tracy, she says hi. She says that temperature chart you mentioned, she said it could be how many orders you receive each day. Yes, that was one I thought of. That is something I'd have to have a look at how I could space out the numbers, because the range of orders that the shop can get can range from 1 in a day all the way up to a couple of hundred in a day, depending on whether it's launch. But it's not like it's a flow pattern or a random pattern that would show lots of pretty colours by doing it that way. It tends to work either at one end of the scale or the other end of the scale, and very rarely hits in between. So yeah, I need to have a look at what sort of ranges that I could do, but that might be a fun one to do. Like temperature is a good one, but I feel like I know what the seasons are in my country enough that, you know, while the temperature one would look pretty, I don't think I'd look back on it the same way as if I tracked something that was more me. But I do want to track something because I absolutely adore the idea of tracking something. If anybody else is getting one, they have done a Facebook group just for the temperature chart. I briefly went on the other evening and noticed that they have very kindly put a few more groups of colours. So if you want to add your own colours in or different colours in, they've put a group of colours in there, you know, purples, pinks, all the rest of it. They've put DMC codes with options for that. So that's really helpful if you're wanting to make it as colourful as possible. There's also a few people in there that are talking about how they are working around during temperatures if they live in a climate that doesn't have as much fluctuation, like Florida, for example, where you do still have seasons, but I wouldn't say you get snow. So yeah, there's a few people in there discussing the sort of ranges that they're going to do. And yeah, a few other key bits that help if you're planning on doing it. So if you are on Facebook, bob over and join that group, and I think it will be well worth your time to clarify things. But yeah, I'm excited to do that one. Part of me wonders whether to do it now, not use cover paper, which is a shocker for me because I so much prefer using cover paper. But my thought is whether to do all of the background, so to actually kit it up and do all of the background colours, apart from the 1 to 4s, and keep the clear cover on and maybe tape it at the top so it can go down as like a sheet and keep it covered, or maybe at the bottom would be more practical, so that I can fill it in on a regular basis without it taking more time because I'm doing all the background shelf at the same time. Because knowing me, I think I am more likely to keep on top of it and pull the figures that I'd need to complete, you know, a few days worth or even the month's worth if the background was done. If I had to do the background as well, I might not keep up with it as much as I should, especially when it gets to busy time. So yeah, that's also floating around in my head as a possibility. But I'm also eager to finish Floral Surprise because I want to kit up ghost doing stuff as a little side project as well. Plus I have a box here of more chart to art, 3 more of the new chart to arts that I have not yet opened. And I know some of them, I'm pretty sure some of them are smaller canvases, so I'm itching to do those as well. Anyway, I digress from the temperature chart. I am very excited about the temperature chart though. I think it's going to be so much fun to do. And I'm going to love to see the different things that people track, or even tracking the temperature, the different colours they're going to come out of it. I think it's going to be so much fun. Liv's Dottingden, she says just catching up, she said, as she doesn't always catch the WIP and Waffles at the moment, as she's been busy. She says it's like buses. She says nothing happens for ages, and then there's something that needs to be done or places you need to go. Yes, that is a common phrase in the UK. You wait ages and ages for a bus, and then 3 will turn up at once. Joys of our busy roads. She said she made a discovery the other day. She says that you may have seen on the Facebook group, which, yes, I probably have. She says she's purchased a few art folders. She says to keep her stash flat. Sorry, I'm just trying to check I'm putting this in the right one. Getting very bitty at the moment. Right, let me get those down. There we go. So yeah, she says she's purchased a few folders to keep her stash flat. She says they work fab. She says as she's unboxing each one, she says hopefully she'll have room to move around without tripping over storage baskets. She says she hopes that we're all okay. That is the only thing. I'm tripping over stuff in the shop at the moment. But yeah, everything is really, really good. I just keep tripping over stuff because I've just pulled so much stuff out because my plan, these people that are coming to bag for me, my plan is to get as much bagged as possible. I've got boxes from deliveries all over the place ready to put the stuff into to keep it together. Excuse me. Oh, and again. I've still got this cold. It's still lingering. But yeah, I'm hoping to have pretty much everything bar, it'll be about 2, maybe 3 items in the Advent bags. And yeah, the rest will just follow and I'll be able to start bagging and boxing and finishing up all the rest. Kim, she says you are a very busy lady. She says, I bet you can't wait till November. To be fair, yeah, I kind of can't wait till November. Partly because I can't wait to clear open orders. I don't like having that many open orders, even though I know there's a reason for it and it's for the Advent. But also because I have so many other ideas of things that I want to do. Some things are exciting things and things for next year for the shop. And other things are not as exciting. They're more admin related, but I still think they will be good for the shop. And yeah, I've got so many things that I want to do, but like I didn't even write a list yet because I just know until Advent is done, it is not even worth trying to focus in or looking on that stuff. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to a lot of computer work in November, which may sound daft and I'll probably regret it come mid-November. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting excited about all sorts of new different things and implementing them, and there's a few things I want to research, and yeah, just all sorts of things like that have gone a little bit by the wayside. She says hopefully things will calm down by then. She says she's tired just hearing the list of to-dos. You should try being in my head. Hubby said to me yesterday after he did some, because he's off work, he's basically got holidays that he's not used up, so he's trying to get them used up because he gets busy around November, December. And he's like, he said, there's me thinking you don't do much all day, he says, but this, he says, I'd rather be back at work. So, yeah, Mr. 4 Kids appreciates the work that I do. a little bit more since joining in with Advent. He's currently doing maintenance on the printers today. I think that's more his cup of tea. He's replacing nozzles and yeah, giving all the 3D printers a little bit of a mini overhaul while he's off. And yeah, I think he's enjoying that much more than putting things into bags. I've got one stuck. There we go. She says, her hubby is on vacation next week. She says, and they had planned to accomplish many outside activities. She says, their forecast, rain for almost every day. She says she's heard plenty of grumbling from him already. That's awesome. We tried, well, hubby's holidays that he's recently had, he has, or he worked out the other day, he had like 3 weeks, well, 3 weeks and 1 day of holiday left that he needs to take before the end of the year. And as I say, his work or his sort of area of jobs gets very busy in November, December. So he looked at taking a week in September, and he actually took one a couple of weeks ago. He took a week off to use up some of his holidays because he doesn't want to lose them. Do you know what I mean? You'd rather chill at home and be paid for it. And then his boss turned around to him the week he got back and went, do you want to take next week as well? So September so far, he had a week off. He was in work for a week and now he's got another week off. So yeah, he's done a few household bits. Not too much, because I do believe, like holidays wise, you should be able to do a bit more relaxing. But he's got a few things off the to-do list, which has been good. He's currently doing something with the car, I think, with my nephew-in-law. Is that a thing? Yeah, so he's currently doing that today, and I think he's helping us tomorrow, and he'll do some bag packing with his sister, and a brew, and a chat, and a natter. So yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to it. And yeah, it's going to be a good week this week. Oh, Cat Lady, she says, hi Rebecca. She says, yes, she says the quartz worktops are sorted, which is perfect. I imagine it is looking amazing. If you're comfortable with it, I'd love to see some pictures on Facebook. If you're not, I get it. She says they still need them to replace the extractor. She says so they will come back for that. She says they have a 4-bed house now. She says, but only the 2 of them are in it. She says their house is also on a shared supply. She says so they will have to see what reduction the water board will offer them. Yeah, ours is a shared supply, but we're actually glad because there's 6 of us in a technically 3-bed house, even though we have made one of the other rooms into a bedroom. She says they've chosen a new carpet for the stairs and landing, and that will be put in next Thursday. Ooh, exciting days for you too. She says they've had some great news today. She says their youngest son, who's 31, passed his driving test this morning and passed on his first attempt too, which is great news. Was I 30 or 31 when I passed mine? Something like that. It's amazing how much you can get around on public transport in the UK. And yeah, I think I was 30 when I passed mine. She said he also mentioned he and his girlfriend are planning on visiting over Christmas, which is good. It's always fun to have people visiting, even if it's not on the exact day. It's always good to have people visiting it or see people over Christmas. We actually go to my sister-in-law's. She is amazing at cooking for 5,000 people. She's so good at it. And she loves it, so that's a bonus. She said her eldest is flying up to Newcastle and then catching the train over to them at Christmas too. She says, so it'll be a full family Christmas after all, which is fantastic. And I'm sure exactly what you actually want it to be. And you will get your chill time when they've all gone home. Have all the fun of Christmas, and then when they go home you can have your peace and quiet before you think about starting any more renovation jobs. She says as they moved over to Cumbria, she says she didn't expect to see both of them this Christmas. She says so she'll start planning Christmas once the house is sorted. So much fun, and so good that you weren't expecting it, but they're still coming. I think you'll have an amazing time. Right, where now? Bear with me because I'm in the thick of like crazy town colours in the middle here. So I'm just going to take a moment to get these ones in before I lose where they need to go. I just feel like all the colours surrounding those and the fact that there's the numbers on the canvas makes it very confusing when it comes to this section. So I want to pay attention. I mean, at the moment now, it's a difference between putting in an off-white and a pure white, but still. I'd rather get it correct. That's that one. And that one. Where are we going now? Okay. We'll be on the easy train in a minute. Once I've got these in, we'll be on pure white. So I'll be able to go through a few comments, hopefully. There we go. And breathe. Okay, now it's just a matter of filling everything in. Sorry, I've recently got a new Apple Watch and I don't think I've actually silenced the thing. And the silent button is not in the same place it was before. Nope, it's not that way. It's not that way. Oh, it's there. I found it. Nope. Okay, I don't know if I've done it. I think I have. We'll find out. Ellie T. She says, hi Rebecca. She says, thank you so much for the WIP and Waffle. She says she is looking forward to my unboxing on Sunday of the temperature charts. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I think it is an absolutely fantastic concept and I can't wait to do it. She says she really wants this canvas. She says, as well as a few others, she says, from this month's pre-orders. She says from Diamond Art Studio UK, which is not surprising because I absolutely adore all of the ones, both that are on pre-order and that will be coming on their next launch. It's just so hard to decide. They've just got such amazing artists that they're working with at the minute. She says she's currently doing the 12 days of Spookmas. She says she loves seeing photos of people she feels that she knows even a little. She says, and she's found herself wondering as you've been talking, she says, who your little ones take after. She says she knows they're all adults. She says, but she always refers to her nieces and nephews as little people. She says, as that's how I think of them. She says, her babies of the family. So as you've been talking, whom the little ones take after. Katherine definitely more so takes after me. It's weird because there's different traits depending on them, on who they take after. So my son very much looks like my hubby, takes after my hubby in a lot of ways, but then also takes after me in quite a few ways. In fact, they all do. They all have traits from each of us. I wouldn't say, apart from maybe Katherine being extremely similar to me, there's sort of a pretty much 60-40, 50-50 type split with the traits, which can make it very hard to say who they take after more. And of course, as they grow and change, like when they were younger, Lewis was definitely more so takes after hubby, but as he's got older, there's more traits that I see that he's got the same as me. So she said she can't wait to receive her Advent package. She says, but she's good and she won't open it until it's supposed to be. That's the biggest test for most people, is how long it will take them to open it. And there are some that don't kid themselves and actually state that they will be opening the whole lot as soon as it arrives. Then there are others that do their best in cave, and then there's others that just don't touch it until the beginning of December. She says, sorry, she's bad with names. She says, but she smiled when I mentioned your Zesty, who has to be quick to get a place on the chair. Oh, with the cat. Lady Dax. She says, they have 3 pups. She says, all 6 years old. And a very cheeky cat who is 14 and demands what she wants. She says, heaven forbid you pick her up to put her on your knee if she is comfy. She says they have a 2 and a 3-seater sofas, and at night, she says, when it's just them in the room, she says if I get up, she will jump into my spot. She wants the warmth. She says then meow at me as soon as I walk back into the room. She says, sorry for the long comment. She says, have a great weekend. Well, I hope you had a fantastic one and got some of your warm seat at some point. But yeah, cats know what they want, don't they? For sure. Right, well, I definitely waffled a bit too much. We do have some comments that will be moving over to next week. But hey, if I do that often enough, once I have kitted up a new canvas, then I'm sure we will be able to have a longer WIP and waffle, because by then I won't be doing as much Advent. I'm going to bob these with Floral Surprise. This is what I've been using to do Floral Surprise at the moment. So bob those back over there. And yeah, we have another section done. Very bitty section, this one. But that's good, because I do like the bitty sections. And then when I look up in the camera screen, I get to sort of see things emerging. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this WIP and Waffle. I do hope you'll join me next week, where, as I say, we will be over here. How many weeks we will do this before I get another one kitted up, I'm not sure. Or I could do a Paint Gem Mini. Maybe I'll see how I feel, because I do still have craft Paint Gem Minis as well. So we'll see how I feel next week as to whether we do another section of this or do a Paint Gem Mini. Or if you have strong feelings either way, leave them in the comments below, because I do see the comments before I then read them out fully. They don't always sink in, but I see them. So if I see Paint Gem Mini or Heaven and Earth Design bigger, I'll pay attention to that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.